give myself the creeps.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. On the other sideline, it is the Bears head coach Ben Johnson. His guys playing extremely well, 6-2 in their last 8. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys fired up and ready for this Black Friday special. Jackson now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Last week's performance, Mike, probably when you go back and look at it, the thing that stands out the most is just a little bit too inconsistent for their liking. I mean, he found a way to ultimately lead his team to a victory, and that's the biggest thing. And with that said, he has to do a better job of keeping the ball from getting into the wrong hands. He got too careless at times, and they made him pay for it. If he does that here today, he might not get so lucky.
35-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. And another first down.
That's another Eagles first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's another Eagles first down.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Forced out wide. He's going to run it. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
And deep for the back of the end zone. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now. That's going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the 2nd straight year. Number 1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
It was pretty clear after sitting down with him earlier in the week that he was just not satisfied with last week's performance. And while he was so clear, he's like, listen, I am thrilled that we won the game because I understand if we want to continue to stack up wins, I need to be better. And it starts with protecting the ball. So back to basics this week in practice, trusting what he sees, relying on his understanding of the offense. If all those things come together, I think we'll see a better performance out of him today.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They go to 5 receivers for third down and 4. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On fourth down, the Bears send out their second-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt. To return, it's Jackson. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's down on the other side of midfield, Markham at the 48-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Eagles, first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Again, working deep downfield. To the goal line and in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently second in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Second down and 10.
They run. It's the former Eagle, DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Chicago.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big game, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. From the 24 now, here's second and 3. Now Swift. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no game.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. is in possession here to start the second quarter. They begin with a 3rd down and 3. Now Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
Chicago.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. No chance at all. He'll go down.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
What is up?
From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll let this go towards the end zone. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On 4th down, it's Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over.
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. To the 45. Still going. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He knocks it through, and the Eagles extend their advantage to 14-3. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Here's Keenum. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing, Keenum. This one taken in by Odunze. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's on to punt for the second time. Here comes Jackson on the return. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
And you talk about a guy who's been running with a purpose here in the first half, Mike. I mean, not only hitting the holes and accelerating through them, but as the numbers telling you, he might be on his way to a big, big ball game.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. Second down, 8 yards to go. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. On the run to the right. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Now Hurts on 4th down. That's taken in. Down the right sideline. And he will score! A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles move out to a 21-3 advantage. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. Duvernay on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And they'll let them to run another play. Instead, just take a knee, take this on into the locker room. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Hope you're having a great Thanksgiving weekend, everyone. Enjoying this Black Friday football. Let's get into it. Our trip around the league starts now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Bengals in the AFC North. And this is Rashad Bateman. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. The Ravens win their second straight, and they do it in style. Next up, we go to Big D, specifically Arlington, Texas. Check in on the Cowboys as they host the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is Patrick Mahomes. 12 yards on the touchdown. The Chiefs hang on. They win by a field goal, 20-17. One last one to show you, and it's in Detroit. It's the Lions taking on the Packers. And it's Josh Jacobs. He's going to scamper 31 yards to the house. Touchdown. The Packers get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. Here are the rest of the scores from a busy Week 13. All 32 teams in action over the course of this Thanksgiving weekend. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graph. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. To throw is Keenum. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Now Keenum. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. McCovey Dean gets it for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. A run with Barkley. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
And it just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Hurts forced to his right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. 3rd and 5. Now Hurts. That's complete. Highland grabs it. 16-yard pickup on that ball. 1st down, Philadelphia.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Hurts. Flush to his right. He keeps it himself. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice game, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7. From the 23, here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Hurts. That is caught. What a throw. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. On is Elliott to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles stretch it out. Leading now by the score of 28-3. Scott Banks mentioned us 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bears offense getting set to get back to work. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Keenum looking to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Jalen Carter. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
That's a short throw caught by Komet, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It is 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw, here's Keenum. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Nick Sirianni, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Eagles. His guys ready for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Viking 18, go!
Whoa, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 35, here's 2nd and 7. They run out of the gun with Barkley. He is yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 10. Now it's Hurts. A ball deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. Now Hurts. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the Eagles first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Flush to his left. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
First down.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
Here's Barkley. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up. Saquon. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles add on to their already sizable lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And maybe a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. And he's going to take this Touchdown, Chicago. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this.
Eagles 35, Bears 10.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Great. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8.
Great. Set. Trimmer.
They'll run. It's Barkley. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Great. Set.
He'll try to run here with Barkley. Whoa. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Once again, it's Barkley. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. And they'll get a few extra days to rest as they get the victory here on this Black Friday. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say so long from South Philly.